everyone, welcome back to the Wonder of Anime YouTube channel. My name is Lisa and we are back with another CLAMP ReRead series. And this is now the fourth, I think this is the fourth video in the series, and that is for the two novel this is for the 2-volume series that is Duklyon. So Duklyon is another one of CLAMP's older works. It is the fourth one in chronological order after, starting with RG Veda. And it's a little fun. This is very akin to Man of Many Faces, where these are fun, lighthearted volumes. Funny because it actually makes fun of like X and Tokyo Babylon within the series for not being so lighthearted. So with Duklyon, this was published in Japan from 1991 to 1993, and it was translated and adapted for America in 2003 by Tokyo Pop. And it is part of CLAMP School universe. So with the CLAMP School Detectives, Man of Many Faces, X 1999, as well as by extension Tokyo Babylon, all of these things take place in the same universe. And it's kind of funny because there are some crossovers, especially in Duklyon, that are about the other CLAMP School works in itself. And Duklyon's characters can also be seen in Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, maybe XXX Holic. The Duklyon Cafe can definitely be seen in XXX Holic when Watanuki and Domuki are on the double date with the twins. That I believe is at the Duklyon Cafe. And as well as the characters, I believe, have crossovers in Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, the whole CLAMP mashup universe. These are out of print from Tokyo Pop. However, Viz now owns the license and you can purchase these digitally through Viz. I believe they're like $4.99. I just checked as I was doing my research for this video. However, trying to find these print volumes took me a while. I believe I got the first one on Reddit, part of like a bunch of other CLAMP volumes that I bought. And then the second one I purchased on Amazon, and I just checked today and I believe it was like $20-something that I paid, all said and done. Trying to find these two together, it's like a needle in a haystack. They're just expensive because obviously they're out of print, so no one has them anymore. Now, the cool thing about the second volume that I have, actually both of the volumes, is that they have these color print pages. A lot of the original Tokyo Pop prints that I own for different CLAMP series have these pages, and I am a sucker for these. I guess you can, in reality, take them out and like hang them up. Your girl's not gonna do that, but I do love that it is there. I feel like I didn't open this one when I was reading the second one, but I opened the first one, and I love it. I think it's cute. Now, in terms of my history with Duklyon, of course, I was familiar through Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles as well as XXX Holic. I learned of it, when I decided back in high school that I was going to own the entire CLAMP collection. I was like, ooh, Duklyon, let me grab that. And it has been increasingly hard to find since. But your girl got it this year, and I'm very proud. Very proud of myself that I found this. Now I'm going to jump into Duklyon itself. With Duklyon, like I said, it is very akin to Man of Many Faces, where these are just lighthearted stories, very monster of the week. It centers these two teenagers, which let me get their names for you because clearly did not care about them that much where I knew their names. So we have Kentarou and Takeshi. So this one, I think this one right here is Kentarou and this one is Takeshi, and they are students at the CLAMP School conglomerate, and they also moonlight as the defenders of the CLAMP School, Duklyon. They have this general, which is this guy here, who kind of is like the overseer of the operation. I guess he funds whatever they're doing. And you have Eri here, and then you have this villain here. So with Duklyon, I'll be honest, this first volume, as I read it, I was increasingly bored. It was just very, it's not bad, I'll say that. It's just when you're used to like Clamp's darker, more serious, more impactful series, as I am, like these, I'm just kind of like, all right, girl, like what's happening? What's going on? But it was enjoyable to read. And then I was just kind of like slacking on reading it. And then I read volume 2 and I was like, oh, so all the tea really is here in volume 2. Like I said, it's very monster of the week, so every chapter is just a new circumstance that they have. Kentarou and Takeshi have this friend from their class, Kotobuki, which is this guy who also moonlights as an evil villain, and I'm just like, how do y'all not know his identity? He looks exactly the same. He's just wearing glasses in class. And it's just kind of detailing, you know, them fighting him every chapter and what comes of that. My favorite thing about Duklyon is definitely the moments where they break the fourth wall. There are a lot of jokes, especially in the second volume. A lot of the second volume is the relationship between Eri and Kotobuki. So the relationship of them kind of being together and their secret identities coming to light. So a lot of it is Kentarou and Takeshi being like, yo, Clamp, what's going on? Why is the story, the manga's not about us anymore. The manga's about them two at the end of every chapter. So it's funny, those fourth wall breaking moments where they are talking to Clamp, the writers, as well as little Easter eggs with they're at the movies and they're watching the X 1999 movies. Like, what? It is just funny in that way. And there are a lot of notes and little things being dropped that are like, it's just funny and amusing when you kind of pick up on them and you put 2 and 2 together. This series is nothing to be taken seriously. Again, very lighthearted, much more so than Man of Many Faces, where I said like Man of Many Faces has all like these hidden meanings and deeper stories. Duklyon, they said no. They absolutely said, we're not doing that. This is just fun, lighthearted. One of my favorite parts and ongoing jokes with Duklyon is the running joke of with Kentarou and Takeshi and their like friendship and relationship with each other, because Kentarou is very into, you know, domestic treats and you know, he's cooking and he's cleaning, and he always jokes about how he is going to be a wife and he wants to be a wife and he will be a great wife. And then and you know, everybody being around Kentarou and Takeshi and being like, y'all are so cute, y'all make a great couple, this best friendship, but also like husband and wife, like this would be hilarious. And I love that it's very lighthearted, it's being taken seriously. Takeshi is not with the shits. He's like, please stop, this is not funny, but I think he really actually enjoys it. And I think another part of the ongoing jokes that they have is where Kentarou is secretly always coming at Takeshi for being poor. And he was like making all these jokes, and Takeshi's always like, I'm not poor, my family's not poor, like why are you coming at my family like this? That to me is another lighthearted, fun part of the series. Like I said, this whole series is just very lighthearted in the Clamp universe. It's not something where you're gonna walk away late at night and you're questioning like, oh my god, this one thing that happened in Duklyon. It's not. The purpose is light, funny. I think it's more so kind of making fun of superheroes and the superhero kind of culture, and you know, just these teens being superheroes, and there's a lot of jokes about that within the work itself. As always with manga, I usually am a manga rereader. I probably wouldn't revisit Duklyon. Of course, as I said with this Clamp stuff, I'm happy to have it in my collection, but it just is what it is. It was a cute read. I was bored at some parts, and then, like I said, the second volume really picked up, and the plot twist in the second volume was definitely gave me life and made it really enjoyable, especially in the second volume, I believe, is when that fourth wall starts breaking, per se. But other than that, like, it's cute. It is what it is with Duklyon in the point of the Clamp universe. And there you guys have it. My thoughts, deep dive into Duklyon by Clamp. if you have the chance to read it, if you want something lighthearted, you just want something fun, I highly recommend that you check it out. I think you will enjoy it. I mean, there's not really much else to it. And it is a quick read if you just want something to get through. That has been it for my Clamp Reread Series video on Duklyon. So the next series on the list is Clamp School Detectives, which is also an anime that I believe has about 2 seasons. I think it's 2 seasons, it's 1 season, but it's about 50 something episodes. And again, I feel like Man of Many Faces, Duklyon, Clamp School Detectives, like I'm not really like, yes, can't wait to get into that, just because I know it's like these lighthearted, fun books that are just set in that Clamp School universe. Now, what I'm really looking forward to is X, which comes directly after, I think maybe there may be some one-shots in between that, but X is coming up soon, and that's what I'm really going for. But my next Clamp Reread video, you can definitely expect it to be on Clamp School Detectives. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're into Duklyon, you're a fan of Duklyon, you had some different thoughts than I had, please be sure to share those with me in the comment section of this video. Thank you so much, and take care. Peace.